The MPD 2047 is a blueprint which clarifies Delhi has a limitation for the land, but Delhi does not have limitation for सोच, for vision.
अभी तक जो होती थी वो हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रोथ होती थी। अब इस मास्टर प्लान में वर्टिकल ग्रोथ का प्रावधान किया गया है।
Stay near the metro, use less of vehicles, decongest the roads, and affordable housing will be available at the competitive price.
Yamuna should be left alone. Let's improve the water quality. Make every measure. Every paisa you have, you spend on improving the water quality.
The government led by Srimati Rekha Gupta ji and in the guidance of Sri Narendra Modi ji believes in delivering the things and projects on time. This master plan has outlined the Delhi for the future of the youth who aspires to live in the cities with all the modern facilities, with green spaces, with good transport system, all these things, with affordable housing, all these things has been outlined in the Master Plan 2047.
मास्टर प्लान 2047 वो दस्तावेज है जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विकसित भारत 2047 के विजन को ध्यान में रख करके विकसित दिल्ली कैसे हो उस पर ये केंद्रित है।
Good thing about the plan is that they did interact with a lot of people before they formulated the plan. It was not done in sitting in some ivory tower, as usual on a tall building in an air-conditioned room. The second thing is that the plan gives a lot of emphasis to heritage and culture. Even though one does not see the actual provisions for culture in any expanded sense. It simply talks about how public open spaces and other heritage assets of the city needs to be turned into more people-friendly and more accessible for everyone, which I think is an excellent thing. Bit of a departure from the traditional urban planning system and moves closer to a urban design in the sense that it is talking about the city in more three-dimensional terms. City has a lived experience of citizens, like improvement of pedestrian areas and bus stops and all those micro level things which always get slipped out from so this plan also pays some attention to those issues which will actually impact the quality of life of the people. Of course there are things about hawkers and so on. So there is a law for hawkers, and if you simply follow the hawker law, you will end up doing something good for the public.
दिल्ली में पॉपुलेशन जिस हिसाब से बढ़ रही है, अभी तक जो होती थी वो हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रोथ होती थी। अब इस मास्टर प्लान में वर्टिकल ग्रोथ का प्रावधान किया गया है।
We are a state with 1484 square mile of area, which cannot be increased. Neither UP nor Rajasthan nor Haryana will give their land to us. So if the aspirational Delhi for the aspirational youth with the affordable housing has to come out, it has to grow vertically.
यानी कि आप एक्स्ट्रा FAR लेकर के अब ऊपर मंजिला बना सकते हैं, तो वो जो है उससे दिल्ली में हम लगभग 40 लाख नए मकान बना पाने में समर्थ होंगे, जिससे दिल्ली में जो आवास की समस्या है वो काफ़ी हद तक हल होगी।
For a 3000 square meter area, it will permit the planned areas to redevelop themselves with a FAR of 1.5, with bigger houses, more houses, and also the commercial spaces within that. So this will give you a large number of affordable houses in the existing space. Every time providing new houses by acquiring land is not possible. Land is a scarce commodity in the city of Delhi. In the national capital, it is a scarce commodity. The government cannot keep on procuring land and build houses. So the private players coming into it, people joining hands and getting it done is the intent of the master plan.
Vertical means what? You can't just put people in vertical things like this. The more vertical you go, that many more people on that parcel of land, that much more demand for open spaces, parking, schools, roadways, walkways, so on and so forth. So the issue is not about vertical or horizontal. Issue is about density of population. How many people are you housing within how much of land? That is the real issue. And when so many people come together, the requirement for commercial activity, all that will, everything has a multiplier effect. Yeah? And all that requires land. So has that been, it doesn't appear to me that that has been thought through in the plan. You will see that the population is progressively coming down in Delhi, both in terms of migration as well as internal growth. It's coming down. I am afraid that that trend is going to continue. It will go down even further. And especially if they are going to load up the city with so many multi-story towers in the name of, accommodating some imaginary figure of 40 lakh households, because they'll kill the quality of life and less people will come here. It will be less affordable for people who come here.
And thirdly, the TOD, transit oriented development. Any plot within the range of 500 meters from the metro. Minimum area 2000 square meters. It should be on 18-meter roads. If the road is not available, the plot holders can leave the road around, and that will be permitted to develop with a FAR of 4+1. Means 5 FAR will give you hundreds of flats in the 2,400 square yards or 2000 square meter area. So it is going to be a game-changing initiative in many places which are closer to the metro, and they can have a skywalk from their building to the metro station itself. This will give you an initiative to stay near the metro, use less of vehicles, you decongest the roads, and affordable housing will be available at the competitive price.
No, that is okay. It's an old hat. That is it's an old trick of when you put the transport line, you improve the accessibility of that space. You load up more people there, then they'll use that linear system, and it will not interfere with the rest of the city too much. They wanting to load up people along the route. It's not a bad idea, but where are the amenities is my question.
सबसे पहले तो हम सब जानते हैं कि दिल्ली देश का सबसे बड़ा ट्रेडिंग हब है और दिल्ली की अर्थव्यवस्था लार्जली यहाँ के डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव कैरेक्टर जो ट्रेड का है उस पर डिपेंड करती है। तो मार्केटों के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को मजबूत करना, 30 मीटर से चौड़ी जो सड़क है उस पर ऑटोमेटिकली मिक्स लैंड यूज़ के अंतर्गत जो ग्राउंड फ्लोर है उसके ऊपर दुकान चलाने की अनुमति देना। इसके अलावा दिल्ली को ट्रेडिंग सेंटर बनाने के लिए दिल्ली एनसीआर के साथ जो हमारे जितने भी और राज्य हैं उनके साथ कनेक्टिविटी करना और स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन बनाना, ये एक बड़ा विषय है 5 प्राथमिकताओं में से।
All 30 meters road, ground floor will be permitted for, you will have a permission to open up a commercial establishment or a shop there. So this removes the ambiguity. The old concept of नीचे चाय की दुकान ऊपर दुकान वाले का मकान will be relived by these provisions.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश से दिल्ली में कुछ हिस्सों में सीलिंग की तलवार अभी भी लटकी हुई है। कुछ रोड हैं जिनका नोटिफिकेशन होना बाकी है। ऐसी कुछ 2-3 समस्याएं हैं जिनका निदान होना दिल्ली के विकास के लिए आवश्यक है। तो ऐसे जो मुद्दे किसी भी कारण से इसमें रह गए हैं उस पर हम दिल्ली के सभी सांसद, दिल्ली की माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के साथ चर्चा करके और केंद्र सरकार में बातचीत करके आने वाले समय में उनको हल कराने की चेष्टा करेंगे।
Mixed land use is an excellent thing. It simply means that you bring in more than 3 uses to the same location. Yeah? Means either you mix housing, offices and shopping, or you mix institutions, hotels and housing. Whatever, if 3 things come together, we call it mixed use. When 3 different uses are brought into one parcel of land, we call it mixed use. That is a good thing. That gives a certain vitality to the place, and it also ensures that the money that you spend in the infrastructure is utilized better through the day. So that's a good thing to think in terms of mixed use. But with mixed use comes also some problems. Mixed use can have, if not properly planned, very negative impact on the quality of life in the housing areas. There will be lots of outsiders, there will be no privacy, children are not safe, anyone who is infirm is not safe. Often in our conditions, even women are not safe when there is too much incursion of the outsider. So the solution will have to move from current planning method to urban design, where they will design the building typology in such a way that you mix these different uses, but you segregate their entry exits.
1511 colonies few days ago were authorized, and the remaining work of preparing the master plan and other things was handed over to the layout plan and other things was handed over to the corporation. So as I visualize, these colonies will be soon regularized by after the layout plan has been finalized by the other civic bodies. Complementing that, we have provided a provision to redevelop the various parts of these unauthorized colonies by various residents coming together, pooling in 2000 square meters of land and redeveloping it with civic facilities and good housing and very ventilated houses. Providing affordable houses to the JJ dwellers is one of the very important intent of this master plan, where we will be giving in situ accommodation to the JJ dwellers on the plot where they are living, or in a very nearby area. Already we had started changing the norms in our urban development department, in the Delhi Urban Improvement Shelter Board and other places, and this has been incorporated in the master plan also.
There is very little attention paid to water management. There is lots written, lot of chapters on sewage treatment and water management and so on and so forth. But all these years, all the master plans have been working with a water deficit Delhi. Yeah? Like for instance, if the requirement is for 1300 odd million gallons per day, they are only able to find provision for 900 odd. I think 2047 they are projecting something like 1600 million gallons per day, which I find is maybe a low estimate.
जो टेक्नोलॉजी का विकास है, उसके लिए टेक्नोलॉजी के विकास के सेंटर्स बनाने से रोज़गार दिल्ली के अंदर बढ़ेगा। तो इसका अर्थ ये होगा कि दिल्ली के लोगों को अब पड़ोसी राज्यों में नहीं जाना पड़ेगा, जिन्होंने टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ में दक्षता हासिल की है, उनको आसानी से अब दिल्ली में ही रोज़गार मिल जाएगा। जैसे हमारे यहाँ नरेला को सब्सिडी बनाने का काम चल रहा है, तो इस तरीके से रोज़गार के बड़े अवसर इस मास्टर प्लान के माध्यम से हमें आने वाले समय में मिलने वाले हैं।
Look, 180 hectares of land have been marked in the Narela area for the education. Already we have acquired 160 acres of land for 5 universities. So Narela, the remotest part of the city in the northern part, will be developed as the educational hub, which will help the economy of that area also. We are coming up with the private university bill. The master plan permits the construction of the vertical campuses in the low density areas also. And also the master plan has given so many benefits for the education institutions. The FAR for the schools have been increased. The use of school buildings for the coaching institute after the school hours has been permitted. Residential schools have been permitted. Standalone facility for the specially challenged individuals and their training centers have been permitted. So a big emphasis has been given on the education sector in this in this master plan 2047. All the 22 big drains falling into the holy river of Yamuna ji, we are installing the STPs on that. In the master plan also, the master plan has also aimed in maintaining the natural velocity of cleaning the river itself. You never will be able to clean a particular portion manually always. The natural velocity of the river has to be maintained. So master plan also aims, so a two-pronged strategy that we will be discussing with the neighboring states also, and we will be trying to maintain the natural velocity of the river so that we get a clean supply, clean water in the river Yamuna, and at the same time the drains falling into the river Yamuna disperse the water which is treated in the plants so that the river is not contaminated. We have proposed the river connectors in the master plan. River connectors means various areas should be connected with the river fronts, and we should develop them so that they come there, enjoy the river, and with 52 kilometers of cycle track, with lung spaces in Aravali, and more than 200 kilometers of park connectors, it is going to be a very much cleaner, much greener national capital.
Yamuna should be left alone. Let's improve the water quality, make every measure. Every paisa you have, you spend on improving the water quality. Once the water is cleansed, you will see that all the natural systems will revive automatically. They have a self-regenerating capacity. Once the water quality is improved, the fish will be back, the plants will be back, a healthy riverfront will be back. You will get the right kind of vegetation, and you will not get subsoil water which is contaminated with lead and mercury like we have in Delhi now.
So this lush green area in Delhi is Vasudev Ghat on the bank of river Yamuna, which is developed, it is made recreational, and it looks very, very beautiful. And if the master plan, Delhi master plan 2047 is properly and timely implemented, you may find that in 2047 or by 2047, river bank of Yamuna in Delhi will look like this. That is what master plan suggests. It says that active floodplain shall be a no construction zone, absolutely no construction on the floodplain, and illegal construction that is already there, it will be taken off, it will be demolished. And also outside the active zone of Yamuna floodplain, there will be very restricted construction allowed with the permission of competent authorities. And you can see the Yamuna river flowing behind us. We have Diwan Singh ji, who is an environmentalist, and he has worked a lot on Yamuna's rejuvenation and all. So let us talk to him. So what does the master plan exactly suggest for Yamuna?
So in this master plan, they have opened the they have divided the O zone, which totally enjoyed a total conservation status in previous plan. They are divided into two, zone O1 and zone O2. Zone O1 is which is very close to the river channel, and zone O2 is little far away. Zone O1 strict, no construction activity will be permitted. So this way in zone O2 many activities will be permitted. Yeah. So those activities, they will involve compaction of the soil, because river soil, the Yamuna floodplain soil is very important for water recharge, floodplain recharge, water recharge during monsoons. Now if you compact the soil with various activities which are permitted, then the flood water recharge won't happen that efficiently. And they should be strict about that, no construction or no such activity be permitted. Like where we are standing, it's just next to the river, not even 50 meters from the river channel, and you see total concrete and bed is raised high. How will the flood water reach here and recharge the floodplains? But then we should always be optimistic and hope for the best. So I believe what they intend to do with these 22 drains, they want to intercept them before they fall into the Yamuna. That's a very good objective. Only clean water should flow into Yamuna. But what I see in the plan is they want to construct wetlands to treat the secondary treated water of the STPs. Now, the output of these STPs is not up to mark. 50% of them are not working up to standards, up to the parameters they have been set to. So if you let that water flow into the wetlands are the ones which are recharging the water into the ground, then we'll again have polluted water going to the ground. No polluted water be allowed to enter Yamuna at any cost. If they can follow that, we'll have a clean Yamuna, otherwise we won't. If we keep making exceptions, it won't work.
What is the guarantee that the new one will be efficiently implemented? If you look at the example of the last 3 master plans, they were not efficiently implemented. You can say that's one of the issues that we should have addressed, is when you have a new fresh thinking about the way forward in the development of a city, you also have to ensure that you have the administrative mechanism to deliver that. Where is the thoughts on that? I don't see the thoughts on that.
2041 के हिसाब से जब इसमें शुरुआत हुई, उसके बाद लगातार इसमें चेंजेस समय बढ़ता गया और चेंजेस इसमें होती गई। तो जो एज ऑन डेट पोजीशन है, वो उस पोजीशन को ध्यान में रखते हुए ही मास्टर प्लान के प्रोविजंस को बनाया गया। इसीलिए डिलेड नहीं कह सकते इसको। 6 साल डिले हुआ, वो बात सही है, लेकिन अब ये 2047 का मास्टर प्लान है।
देखिए, इतने वर्षों से इन मास्टर प्लान्स में डिले ही होता रहा है। पिछली सरकारों में एक दूसरे की खींचतान के कारण जो डिले होते रहे हैं। एक समय तो 10 साल का ही मास्टर प्लान आया, 2001 का मास्टर प्लान 2007 में आया, वो भी केवल 10 साल के लिए ही। 2001 का मास्टर प्लान 2007 में निकाला, 2021 तक जो लागू था, और उससे पहले 10 साल का मास्टर प्लान आया। तो ये सब डिले के कारण एक बहुत बड़ी दिक्कतें दिल्ली में रही हैं। अब केंद्र में नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार है, उस सरकार में गृह मंत्रालय यूनियन टेरिटरी के नाते अमित शाह जी के नेतृत्व में हमें मार्गदर्शन देता, और मुख्यमंत्री रेखा गुप्ता जी इसको आगे बढ़ा रही हैं। तो मुझे लगता है अब इस मास्टर प्लान से इन चीज़ों को ठीक होगा, और जब 2026 में मास्टर प्लान आ रहा है और 20 साल का आना है, तो 2047 तक के लिए ही आएगा।